Hi everyone, this is Mayank and welcome back to my channel. So today we'll discuss about EV as a sector, and I'll discuss with one particular stock in consideration. And why I'm going to talk about that particular stock in consideration, but before going to that part, I'll explain the EV sector, the different wheels of the sector, and then I'll come to that particular stock so that we can relate the both things together. So before going further in the video, there was one more video which created around 1 year back on the EV sector itself. I gave brief introduction to EV sector and I took Tata completed the ecosystem for that Tata Motors, Tata Power, Tata Chemical and created that video. So I'll leave that link in the description also in the cards. You can watch that video also if that will help you understand more in the EV sector how Tesla is doing, how Tata can inspire from Tesla to the same things. So those things I've discussed. Today's video, I'll discuss different moving parts of the EV, as I told you, and then definitely go back to the stock, and we'll discuss that stock in also in detail. So this video might be a little longer. Saying that also, since it's my personal opinion, personal research, don't take any stock or any discussion as a recommendation by any chance. It's just for educational purpose and my own personal opinion. So let's jump to the EV as a sector also. EV as a sector is electrical vehicle, right? So there can be a lot of vehicles in that, two-wheelers, three-wheelers, four-wheelers. Heavy vehicles also comes into that. Okay, there can be a lot of buses also which are electric based, right? So charging based. So one part is the vehicle. Second moving part is the charging. How do you do the charging? So you put a charging station, you charge at your home, or you use some kind of solar to get it charged. So it's also a part of how the supply of electricity is coming to the system. So you charge through DC, or you charge through solar, or you go to a charging station in some petrol pump or in a charging station for the matter of fact, or you get your vehicle charged over there. Other option is battery swapping. So you swap the battery and you put the battery on charge at home and you swap the battery. Other option you give for options where some startups or some companies or some shops or some chains provide you battery swapping mechanism, a battery swapping facility. So you can use that also for charging the vehicle. So the charging as an infrastructure is one part of the equation. Third part of the equation is the your small vehicle parts. So when you construct an entire vehicle, suppose a car, so a lot of things goes into that. Tires goes into that, engine goes into that, small parts goes into that, seats, everything goes into that. So EV vehicles has some integrated parts which are only required for EVs and not for IC based vehicles, IC engine based vehicles. So those components also come into picture. So there are these three basically I told you. Fourth is the maintenance. So maintenance of EV vehicle is different than maintenance of IC based vehicles, right? So IC engine based vehicles, sorry. So that maintenance also the certain group of companies will take care of the maintenance also. There are four I discussed. So there are four different wheels of a total EV ecosystem. Today we'll discuss about only about the charging vehicle and all. We know Tata Motors, Mahindra, they are doing the EV part. We'll discuss some other video if you want me to see discuss which Tata Motors or Maruti Suzuki or Mahindra, which of these or any other also for the matter of fact, any other companies also which can become the biggest or which is the most suitable investment when it comes to the vehicle part of the EV. You can let in the comment section. Probably I'll create a video on that also by comparing all these three or four companies which are listed and which are going into the EV part. So as I told you, there are few things in charging. First, either you go to a charging station to charge your vehicle. This is one way of charging a vehicle. Second way is that either you charge your vehicle at home. At home also there are two options. Either you do charging the way you charge your fans and everything else using power socket. Other option that you take that power from solar. So rather from thermal companies like your power companies, you use solar to charge your vehicle. Battery swap also has two mechanisms. First, you do it yourself. You buy the battery, charge at home, and do the swapping part. Second part is that you rely on companies which provide battery swapping as a facility. So basically, you don't do anything at home. You go to any shop or whichever franchisee or go there, change your car battery, swap, give the uncharged one. You go do your work. While coming back, you take the thing. They'll keep it charged for you, and you go with that. So that is one option. If you had heard about the company called Bounce, so Bounce was a startup from Bangalore which used to rent, like you can pick their scooters anywhere and can drop anywhere. Okay, so they're into that segment. Now they have moved into same segment but EV. So they are manufacturing and they are selling EV based two-wheelers. Where the USP is that what they are saying is that there will be no battery inside. Okay, they are selling both options with battery, without battery. There's no battery inside, so the cost of the car vehicle two-wheeler is very less. It comes around 40,000 something like that. You can buy the entire scooter EV based scooter 40,000. Normally, if you see in the market, you want to buy any EV-based scooter, iQube or Ather or other cars, other two-wheelers, they come in the range of 1 lakh. But if you buy a bounce, you get in the range of 40 or 50,000, something like that. I might have forgotten, but it's definitely not a lot. Okay, 30, 40, 40,000, 50,000 only. An EV based, but doesn't come with the battery. So that is the catch here. It doesn't come with the battery. So you get the two wheeler for a very less cost. But what you have to do is that you have to sign up for battery swapping with Bounce. So Bounce will provide a battery swapping facility to you. So you buy the car, the two wheeler at a very low price, use the battery swap, and you can just start running your scooter. Right. So this is one way. Now this can play into four wheeler also. Right now, a lot of things are going to the market that who is the front runner in setting up a charging station. So either Tata Power will lead the race, or Reliance will lead the race, or IOC will lead the race, or BPA will lead the race. A lot of people would have suggested you the stocks also. There are people who would have suggested you who will become the leader also. I personally think, my personal opinion, India is a country is hugely populous. Okay, we don't have enough land here. Even for a city like Bangalore or city like Delhi, even the peak traffic time, if you want to cross 2 kilometers, you might take half an hour, sometimes 1 hour to create a charging station where it takes entire car need to be parked so that you can charge. To create a space this big, it's not a very comfortable thing to do in India right now. So no matter which company goes for this, they cannot provide a charging station for the entire ecosystem. They has to leave some gap. Maybe for public transport, they will put a charging station. But if you think they can put a charging station where every household who is having a EV or EV can charge their vehicle in the charging station, that is not at all feasible. That's not going to happen in India. No matter how much somebody try, but you don't have enough land where you can park a vehicle for 1 hour or 2 hours and charge, and then every vehicle can be serviced in that way. That is not going to happen. Parallel things will come. Either some of them will go to charging station, some of them will charge in their household, some of them will charge using battery swap. So there are three or four things will come in parallel. None of them, like neither battery swap, neither charging station, neither home charging. Any one of them cannot be market leader. All three have to parallelly coexist. And this is what is going to happen. So today's talk, what we're going to discuss, is based on only this particular thing. If somebody is saying Tata Power is the front mover and they can address the entire market, that is wrong. If somebody is saying that Reliance is a big giant, so they can address the entire market, they are also wrong. If somebody says BP, IOC, they already have already lead in this particular thing, providing fuel, so they can provide a charging station also. They already have a space, but no, they don't have enough space to charge 10, 20 vehicles at a time. There's a big congestion. So that is also not going to happen. Parallel markets will exist, and when parallel markets exist, one of the parallel market is providing battery swap or battery as a technology. That is very important. Today, the stock which we are going to discuss today is the one who provides batteries, and they are going to lead the race for sure in the coming future. It might not look like now, but 5 years down the line, they are going to become a leader in this particular charging as a parameter for a EV as a sector, right? So we'll discuss about that particular stock now. So I know that this stock has taken a lot of beating in the past. So if you see this 1 year chart, this stock has plummeted from around 950 close to 1000. I'll just show you the peak here. So it was close to 992, almost 1000 I told you, and it took a beating. And right now today it's around the price point of. We'll scroll it down to see what the price point. So today the price point is around 623, right? So that's a huge beating. This company has taken almost close to 30-35%. So that's a good thing. What I will show you right now will blow your mind, because if you see the max, the overall this company has, it's not clickable, by whatever. Okay, so if you see max to max, this company is at the almost the base, the most significant support level for last almost 5 years, 6 years. January 2015, if you see till this point, apart from this crash which happened in this first COVID first phase, this March 2020. Apart from that, this company right now is the most biggest support level. So this is the correct time to buy this stock. First thing, it's the best time to buy this stock. Now, why we should buy this stock? Why Amar Raja Battery, I personally think, can be the market leader when the EV ecosystem goes through mass adoption. So let's discuss that part. So this is June 15 conference call. I have gone through the entire document. I cannot go by step, word by word right now to highlight everything. But what they are trying to do, what they are saying as per their particular document is that they are playing parallel games. Okay. So when I say they are playing parallel games, then what I mean is that they don't want to deviate from the lead based solution right now. Whatever they are the lead acid leader right now in India. They have 25%, 30% market share in India right now. So they want to keep it as it is. As per their con call statement, what they are saying right now is that this particular battery thing, the lead acid storage battery, will be there for next 20 years, will not be losing the demand, because there are a lot of things which are going to happen. Industries, everything runs on battery only. Sorry, everything runs on this lead acid based battery only. Right. So that is going to stay. What they are predicting is that the growth at which lead acid batteries right now is a single digit growth, but the growth of lithium ion based battery is double digit. So they'll be at a point 5 to 6 years down the line where they will crisscross the path. The demand of lithium ion will be more than the demand of lead acid battery, but that doesn't mean that the lead acid battery will not be in demand at all. So they are playing a parallel game. So they will right now for 5 6 years they will put more money into this expansion of the lead acid battery, so that whatever demand they are getting right now they can also fulfill that demand. Parallel, they'll put money in this EV as a sector also, because no matter what government says, no matter what any other company or marketing company says, EV as a sector will not become major vehicles in next 2 years. It will take a lot of time for public to adapt to EV. To a mass adopter, it will take a due amount of time. So they are saying they have enough time with them where they can slowly invest and they can build plants which will support EV, like support the ecosystem EV ecosystem on global basis, not only on Indian domestic basis. Now, if you see the FAME 2 scheme, the FAME 2 scheme says that you must have 5 gigawatts of plant to get that incentive PLI scheme from the government. So under FAME 2, phase 2, the PLI scheme 18,000 crores. This government is giving subsidy to companies which are supporting EV. So if you have plant, if you have the battery sector, if you have plant of more than 5 gigawatt, that time only they will give. What Amara Raja Battery is planning to have a plant of 10 gigawatts, not only 5, 10 gigawatts, where through which they can support India also, they can support globally also. Now to set up that plant, they will need at least 2 to 3 years. And as per them, they need investment of $1 billion to invest around in that particular $1 billion, around 80,000 crores right now, if you see. So they are trying to invest that kind of money in a period of 10 years, like over a period of 10 years, where they can completely ready and the market is completely adopted to EV. We all know the truth right now. No matter what we see, Tata is targeting to sell only 50,000 vehicles the entire year in India right now. That is much less than not even 10% of what India sells throughout the entire year, the kind of four wheelers. Okay, so that is their target, that they might not even meet the target. Okay. So it will take a due amount of time, and Maharaja Battery is planning to play on that direction rather putting all the money right now. As a business, Maharaja Battery is a highly profitable debt-free company. They generate 800 crore free cash flow right now, through which they can invest some money in the lead acid battery uh, expansion also, and they can invest some money in their lithium ion plant also. So basically, both they can support without taking any money from any market, without diluting any of the equity. So they, being debt-free and being a market leader, these two are the biggest strength what Amara Raja Battery as a company has. I'll minimize and show you few things which you might understand what I'm trying to say. We'll just go up here and we'll see one thing. So see, this company has only 97.1 crore debt, where the profitable is 647 crores of profit, and this is this year. Okay, when the market is not doing very good, they have ROC of 21.6, ROE of 16.2. No matter what you see, 35% slump in this particular last 1 year. I'll go back here and click this 1 year. If this 1 year chart loads, you will see they have a slump of around 35%. That is because the growth has reduced. With the pandemic and everything, the growth has reduced, but doesn't mean that the company is bad. The company is doing extremely good. P is only of 16.3. There's 0.02 equity ratio, debt to equity ratio, almost debt free company. They have a lot of free cash flows. The free cash flow is 796 crores. The company with 800 crores of debt, free cash flow every year. How do you think that company cannot fight with anyone in the market leader? You see, for 10 years, if you just keep the free cash flow, they can accrue 8,000 crores easily for 10 years, and they can invest in their EV business. So they can do entirely without taking a single penny from any other investors if they wish to do. They entirely up to them whether they want to go in the election or not. They want to basically fund everything from their own pocket. If required, they can also go in the startup direction and raise fund from the market and invest in their business. They're open for both the options, right? And they also want to, as well, they also want to keep playing this lead acid battery storage as a company. they also want to parallelly slowly progress into that lithium ion battery. One most important part for Samara the battery is why I'm so much insisting on this particular company that they will become leader no matter what, is that they are playing a very ecosystem based game. They are going to sell you lead acid storage battery. They are going to sell you solar solutions also, like rooftop solar solutions. They are going to sell you your battery also for your EV cars, right? They are going to sell you, they are going to set up charging stations also where you can charge your vehicles. So they are trying to play the entire part of the ecosystem because they have this experience of more than 30 years in the battery solutions. And as per the statement, which I also find is correct, that these batteries have keep on changing. The lithium iron today, tomorrow solid state batteries, thought something else will come. But no matter what, lead storage batteries was there, is there, and it will going to be there for next 100 years also. This is what they are saying. This is not me. They are saying, and somehow I agree to that. No matter what you do, no matter where you are, there is a parallel world which exists, and lead acid battery will be the leader in the parallel world. Everything else will come and go. Lithium ion or solid state batteries or some other battery will come and go. But lead storage solutions will always. And as a company, they have a lot of demand also in India, in Malaysia, in Singapore. They're trying to set up in the Middle East also. They're trying to set up in other countries also. So they have a huge demand. They can fulfill their demand and grow and make money also. Parallelly with the same money, they can be a market leader in EV also. This is my personal understanding. I'll minimize. I'll show you a few things on the website, which is very like which I liked a lot. About this particular company, I have discussed in the past also. The entire website, entire business, everything. You can go through that video also. I'll leave the link in the description. In the cards also, you can go through to understand the business. In this particular video, looking only from EV based perspective, not into their entire business. If you go down further, there are a few points I liked a lot. Facts. So the largest manufacturer of VRLA batteries in the Indian Ocean Rim. They call it Indian Ocean Rim. They are featured in the Forbes India Super 50 companies 16 and 17. They are India's most promising company, awarded by CNBC TV18, IBLA 2016-17. Okay. Then they are one of the seven. They power one of the seven wonders of the world. Taj Mahal is powered by Amara Raja batteries. Every third car in Singapore is powered by Amara Raja batteries. So they have 33%, 33.3% market share when it comes to cars in Singapore. So that's a huge thing. Every second telecom tower in India is powered by Amara Raja batteries. So they are a leader in themselves. They are India's leading battery manufacturer. As I told you, they have 25 to 30% market share in India in that range itself. But they have lots and lots of money with them through which they can invest completely, and they can start market also. They can use their existing distribution channel also to sell those battery swapping batteries or battery swapping system or batteries or anything like that. Like they can use their entire distribution. They don't want to set up the distribution from scratch. They have a factory also, they have money also, they have brand also. Then why on earth somebody can think that Amara Raja battery won't be able to do that? I'm not saying they will be the only one doing that. A lot of startups will come into picture, a lot of other companies will come into picture, but there can be no way that we can or anybody can just ignore this particular company that they can't do that. And they can. So right now what I see from the market or share stock perspective, you see this company has everything going negative for this company in terms of market. They're losing market every other day, and this for me looks like great opportunity because as a company they are a leader. As a company they are debt free. As a company they have a clear vision for themselves. And today or tomorrow, if we stay invested in this company, we'll reap the benefits of it. We'll get a good return. And there is nothing a better time than this when the company is at its bottom level. If you see last 5 years, I'll repeat again for max, not in 5 years, the entire history of the company. We'll go for 5 years and check, not go max. 5 years, if you see, apart from the dip which happened in the crash, apart from that, this company was never in this particular price point available. So this is the best time where you can invest in this company. This can definitely for long term invest the money, and this is the right point. I don't think it will go a lot down from here. You can invest a good amount of money if you have right now, or you can slowly invest in this company, average out, and that money you think that you are investing from a retirement based fund. So sometime we do, right, 10 years down the line, suppose you are right now down 10 years down the line in money for someone's marriage, you need money for someone's education, you need some good amount of money for someone's some event, right? So this particular company and the investment which you make right now, that can also function from that point of view also. Like I might making a very bold statement over here, but my personal opinion is same for this company and for this particular stock price what right now it is available for. You can't go wrong from here. The history of the company says you can't go wrong from here. And I'll just close as making the statement for me because that might come across as opinion, as a suggestion or as a recommendation also. But for me, I'll do the same thing. I'm definitely going to invest in this company, and I'll invest as a retirement fund for me. I'll just call retirement fund for me. From that perspective, I'll invest in this company. So this was my personal research, personal opinion, personal thought. I might have come across as very bullish kind of words for this particular company, but this is completely my opinion, okay? And this is what I'm going to do. If you like this thing, if you find it helpful, if you think that I might be able to give a good, clear message to you, what you should do, what you should not, what you can do rather. So please hit the like button, share with your friends, family, give your comments, give your feedback in the comment section, and stay happy, stay safe. Thank you so much.